For me, I don't see anything wrong of doing that too.
You don't see anything wrong in testing your babe?
Yes, there's two reasons why people do that. Number one, if they don't trust their girlfriend. Yes. Number two, they want to really show that this girl is so faithful, that this girl is really faithful to them. Or maybe she's just pretend. There's a reason why people doing that.
And you think it's a good idea? Why do you think it's a good idea?
If really this girl love you, there's nothing. Even though your friend that you say, even they have money more than you, maybe it's more handsome more than you, there's nothing will make her fall for this girl because number one, this girl loves you. So don't say anything will make her fall. So if that girl fall, my friend, if that girl is not for you, so I don't see anything wrong for a guy to test his girl to say that the girl really love him or not.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Barrister.
All right, thank you, Barrister. I've used up almost all the styles that I know. Okay, let's see who's here. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good to have you join me. What's your name?
My name is Gabriel.
Gabriel, where are you calling me from, Gabriel?
From Port Harcourt.
Okay, so have you ever tried to test your partner's loyalty before?
No.
No. Tell me what you think about this idea.
I think about it like it's a very bad idea.
Why do you think so?
Because we as human beings, we are imperfect persons. You understand?
Okay.
So when you're trying to test somebody, the person can fall and you don't blame them because they are human beings. Human beings are imperfect persons. You understand? I mean, if you try me, I know that I can make mistakes. So you try me, I could fall. You understand? Because she's a human being. She has her own wrongs and rights. You testing her to some set of things. Before you may end up losing her. Some set of persons have lost their girl based on this testing. You send your guy for her before you know he started testing her. Maybe he tells her what you have not told her before. You're losing her brother. That's the truth.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you. No problem.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking right now, if you actually test a person and they fall for it, doesn't it actually mean that they are not loyal to you? Let's just assume you did not test them, but then they still walked into that temptation all by themselves. Because we go out every day, we meet people every day, we come in contact with other people, maybe at events. You could even go for something that is even maybe a formal event, you meet people, or you go for a music event, you meet people. It could be at your workplace, you're working with people, but you're in a relationship already, and you could get attracted to somebody at your workplace, and you guys could start something. Some people do that. Yeah, I don't really. Okay, well, let's not get into my opinion on that anyway, but that happens as well. It could be anywhere. You could go on a trip and you meet somebody and then something happens. So I'm thinking in a situation where you are the one testing this person, you only brought the temptation to them deliberately to see what will happen if they had walked into the temptation on their own. You know that prayer, right? Part of our Lord's Prayer, lead us not into temptation. And that's because we walk into this thing. All right. So if a person, you test your guy or your babe and they fall into this temptation, isn't it a pointer that if they had walked into the temptation on their own by themselves, they probably would have fallen into that same temptation, even if you had not set the trap by yourself? Think about it. So doesn't it mean they are being disloyal? Doesn't it? Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Can you please turn down the volume on your radio set?
Okay.
Thank you.
I've done that.
Okay. All right. What do you think about this thing?
To me, doing that, testing the loyalty of your partner or maybe your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your wife or soulmate.
Yeah.
To me, it's not right.
Why is it not right?
Just like the last caller said, sometimes we are humans. We are not perfect. And trying to do that, sometimes you that is trying to test let's for instance, a girl trying to test her boyfriend using maybe a close friend or somebody that is very strange to the guy.
Okay.
Along the line, we are not perfect. Maybe the guy find out that there are some qualities in you, in that person that knew that maybe you have been with you for long.
But they sent this person to test somebody. Why would he go there and be discovering qualities? That was not the assignment.
No, like, they don't get me. Like, let me just use myself an instance now.
Okay.
I have a girlfriend, and the girlfriend is trying to test me by using.
Maybe one of her very fine friend that she knows you would like, that is your spec.
Yes.
Are you
So
supposed
now,
to fall? Are you supposed to fall?
it's not even that she told me that she wants to test me. At the first place, she didn't tell me that, oh, I want to test you. Please don't follow. I know again
Hey
anymore.
God. Okay, no,
So now,
guy. Wait. What did you say is your name?
My name is Stanley.
Stanley.
Yes.
So even if your babe did not tell you she's testing you, and then your babe's friend, who is very hot, your spec, comes to you, are you not supposed to turn her down?
See, it's not about turning the person down. You understand?
It's about
Now,
what?
maybe it's about, like, you have your kind of life you want to live.
Mm-hmm.
Like me in person now, I don't think it will work. That charm can work on me. I want to test me with another person. No, I have my life already. That I'm okay with this one. In fact, before I even accept you as my friend, before you started testing me to know if I've already known that I'll be okay with you. No matter the fact that there are some lifestyle you don't have it 100%, and me too, I don't have it 100% as well.
Yeah.
So definitely, once the person comes, I will know that this, whether the person is coming from maybe my fiancé or whoever, or is just coming casually from the street, I know it's a kind of temptation. And I've already decided that this is the person I want to end up with.
Okay.
So I don't think falling for that is an option for me. I don't think.
Okay,
but normally it's not good.
Normally it's not good.
Yes,
Why?
Not good
Why do you think
because
it's not good?
Sometimes some people end up falling for that, and just like as you said earlier, somebody will say, okay, at last you were trying to tempt me. Thank God though for tempting me, because I found something better there.
Can you imagine?
Let me better go back. Let me just go back.
Wow. All right.
You know somebody now, after those things, they will end up continuing with the person that the
person that went to test the person.
Yes.
This is serious. All right, thank you so much for sharing today as well. Okay, so perhaps it looks like a situation of waking a sleeping lion, a lion that is just quietly sleeping on its own. You just decided to go and wake it up. Lion did not call you. Lion did not disturb you. Lion did not say, come, I feel like playing. You decided to go and wake the sleeping lion, and then anything could happen after you have done that. All right, then let me keep getting your reaction. Don't forget, you could also send me messages on Facebook. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you today?
I'm fine.
All right. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Peter. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay, I'm listening to you. What's your take on this?
Well, I don't think it's really good to test your girlfriend.
What of your wife? All right, talk to me. Why do you say that? What's your reason?
Because one of my friends, he tested his girlfriend, and his girlfriend ended up getting raped.
Getting raped?
Yes.
By the person?
The guy he sent.
Wow.
The person he sent.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And what happened afterwards? Was he arrested?
No, the guy ran away, and the girlfriend broke up with him.
Oh. Okay, thank you. That's some crazy situation right there. And so I just said something right now that it's like maybe perhaps it could be perhaps it could be like waking up a sleeping lion, a lion that is just sleeping, problem that is sleeping. Nobody sent you. It might be likened to that. I said maybe you. But at the end of the day, what if it becomes a saving grace? All right? Because if anybody is thinking of testing their partner's loyalty, then there has to be a reason for that. You might have seen something, you might have heard something, you might have felt something, you might have noticed something that is making you consider testing this person. All right, for the thoughts to even come in the first place. So what if it becomes a saving grace? Like you test this person, if you test the person and they fall into that temptation, on one hand, if you check it, doesn't it tell you the kind of person that they are? that this is who they really are? Doesn't it? I'm asking a question here. I'm not taking a stand, please. Doesn't it tell you the kind of person that they really are? So it might just be a lifesaver for you so that you don't continue with that person. You don't end up with, somebody you may not want because you're considering, a relationship for a lifetime. Think about it, though. I want to get your take on that. And keep your messages coming on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on WhatsApp. Also send me an SMS. I'm available for all of that. I'll take it. Let me repeat the SMS number one more time. 0705 948 1021. That is 0705 948 1021. And to call me up, use these ones. 081. Use these numbers. 081 174 31021. That is 081 174 31021. The other number to call is 0705 079 1021. That is 0705 079 1021. Good morning.
Hello,
Ken Billions.
Voice.
Good, Ken Billions,
How are
welcome.
you?
I'm good.
How was your night?
I slept good.
I expected. My dear, I'm happy for you because you always brought a very good topic for us to deliberate. God, He will see strengthen you every day. Yeah?
Amen.
Well.
I'm happy for you too, for always listening.
This topic you brought, now I decided to listen to some few people before I will air my review.
As usual.
So, my dear, you see, this topic is very, very interesting. For me, after I analyze it generally, I will give you my own view, what I've noticed in my own issue.
Okay.
So, see, the truth is that everything is wrong. I don't see any reason in all ramifications for you to test a woman or a man. I don't see that. I don't see it as the best option because you need to calm down. First of all, you study the person you are going with. That is when trust comes to. Because if you trust someone else, for God's sake, you will not have any reason to think anything about the person. You understand? If I'm eyeing you, I have trust in you. Even if I see you discussing with your male colleague, I will not think otherwise. It's when trust is not there. Okay? That is why you see somebody like me, I take time on my own to read and study. As I'm talking to you now for over how many months, I can read who you are. That's how I am. I can read the person very well. I know whether it's the kind of person I would like to go for. If I see me going for a person, means I already study and I believe this one is what I want. So that is why I told people it's not good to jump into relationship or marriage when you will jump out. You need to study the person very, very well. For example, in my own review, there is somebody I met before long ago that caused me to calm down to do research. I know the right person for me because I don't like a broken marriage. Because the devil, very good looking, very sweet, front and back, This physical.
Did you just say front and back on my morning radio? Ken Billions.
No, I'm sorry, ma. Pardon me, please. It's a slip of tongue, okay? So,
it's mistake of mouth.
Okay, pardon me, please. My apology.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, having said that, the girl who came in, as he came to my area, he decided to, as you are talking about test, that is the word I heard from her.
Okay.
He was rushing me, but I thank God I have a self-control. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't move sharp. I don't see woman. Me and you can be for 2 weeks in house. I will not touch you yet because I want to. There is the reason behind that. So when she came in, he was trying to rush me immediately. He want to know whether I am capable or whatever. I said, calm down. I was shocked.
Baby, calm down.
Before you know it, I later realized the girl is on drug.
Wow.
Yes, he came there with the drug and the tablet in this dangerous virus, which I will not mention the name so that people will not feel stigma, okay?
Okay.
So I snapped it in my phone. I pretend that day she left. I later sent it to my doctor friend. They confirmed that drug of this dangerous virus damaging the whole world. So I have to terminate my
contact with her. So what am I trying to say is that if I'm not a person that is in self-control, I should have been a victim of that, So that is why whatever anybody is doing, you need to be very, very careful and know the right person to go about.
Thank you, Ken.
So that's how I see it. God
Thank
bless
you.
man, dear.
God bless you too. All right, then let me quickly get to some messages before I get back to the call. Please, let's not forget what we're talking about this morning. Basically, I'll make it really simple. Is it okay? Is it good? Is it necessary for you to test if your partner is loyal to you or not? Is it okay for your partner to test if you are loyal to him or her? And if they test you, are you going to fall? I'm thinking, like I said earlier, if they test you and you fall, it simply means that you would have fallen if you had walking into that temptation all by yourself. So I'm thinking here, perhaps you're not even loyal in the first place if you actually fall. All right? The Bible says we are tempted by the desires of our hearts. So if it doesn't, if it's not something that you wanted to do before, you would not have done it. Can we call a spade a spade? I mean, can we call a bucket a bucket? Okay? You did it because you would have done it. It really doesn't matter who was testing you, whether it was the devil or your guy or your babe. I'm just thinking here. But what do you think? Let me read a few messages from Facebook and then I'll get back to the calls. All right? So keep the calls coming through. MCOC Bolo on Facebook says, it's not good to test your partner because no one is free. What do you mean by that? I am free. I'm very free. Tamabo Fiasiri says, no, you can test a person before making him or her your partner because testing your partner is like testing yourself. This makes a lot of sense though. Titi Jasmine says, no, I would definitely fail the test. Bros, go and give your life to Christ. Inyabang Fidelis says, testing has made a lot of people lose their relationships. How can you put a tuber of yam in the same room with a goat? The goat to have self-control, bros. That is the point of the testing. Have self-control. How can you not have self-control? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my sister.
Good morning, my brother. Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Thank you very much. I am Civilian General. I'm calling from LLM.
Hey, good to have you join me. Talk to me. What do you think about this?
Thank you very much. I think marriage, if you read our relationship, if you read from Genesis to Revelation, I've never seen where it is meant for children. It's meant for adults, matured adults.
I agree.
And what does maturity in relationship? What is the basis for this? Because even the scripture said it that all have sinned and fallen short. You see somebody and you want to get on with such a person. You see that the fact that both of you have agreed to move on together.
Yeah.
There are certain things about the person before now that she will want to drop because now she has a relationship, a serious one as such. Putting somebody to test, what type of test? Because even you as a man who is putting a woman to test, if you two, you are put to test, will you not fail? Because there are so many things you were doing before God brought both of you together. And now you start relating. You start looking at each other. You want to learn from one another. So that by the time I say I do to one another, we will not be doing those things we were doing when we are on our own. So I don't see basis for testing anybody. But rather, what we should be doing is when we're in a relationship, we go to be matured. Because maturity in marriage, the children of maturity is that tolerance. The children of maturity is endurance. And then when you look at the person, is there thing she's doing that, look, if we go into marriage, I don't want this thing to happen. Then you start correcting those things. Than to say, yes. If you have, how many people will you test in the first place? If you put 100 people to test and then all fail, you that is setting them, are you a perfect person? Of course, no. So let us get matured first. Maturity is just the basic qualification for going into a relationship. If you are matured and you know what you want in a marriage, then you start working toward that, actualizing it without putting anybody to test. Because God himself never put us to test. Because if he do, all of us will be failing God test on a daily basis. So let us not do those things that God himself did not do. So I don't subscribe to put anybody to test because they want to enter into a relationship with such a person.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, beautiful, really. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Welcome to the show. What's your name, please?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Hope. I'm calling from Boroko.
All right, Hope, talk to me. What do you think about this?
Okay, for me, I think that before someone is going into a relationship, the person should be matured enough. And also, the person should have trust for his partner. Because in a relationship where there is no trust, that relationship will not last. For me, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm listening.
Okay, for me, I don't think testing your partner is the right thing to do. I can't test my partner for loyalty because there's no need for that. When I trust you, I believe that you can't cheat on me or you can't do anything contrary to that. So for me, I don't think testing your partner to know his loyalty is necessary. Not really necessary in a relationship. Yes, because there are some partners that are some girlfriends that go ahead to test their boyfriend, and at the end, the relationship is broken, and the friend that is being sent to test the boyfriend takes over relationship. And there are so many other stories that are too numerous. So there's no point testing your partner. You just have to live with the partner. If there is trust, then the relationship will be sweet. Yes.
Okay, good. I actually I get your point perfectly, okay? But like I was saying earlier, from what you just said now, if a person decides to test let's say their man, and he falls into that temptation and now continues with the other girl, isn't it proof that the person really was not to be trusted?
The person, see, we are all humans. Everybody has his
Get my point. Get my point, honey. Because if perhaps you did not test your boyfriend and he now saw that girl on his own and goes, to do whatever he did with her, it still tells you that this person is not loyal, doesn't it?
So for me, I don't really take that as an option because there's no need for me to test when I know that this person is loyal. If along the line he falls, then I know that person was not meant to. We're not meant to be together. We just have to move on. I have to move on and move to the next person.
Okay, that is if he falls into the temptation himself, but you're not going to bring the temptation to him. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I will not bring the temptation to him. I will not.
All right then. Thank you so much.
All
Okay,
right,
thank you. All right, keep the messages coming and keep your calls coming through. All right, to send me an SMS, use this one, 0905-948-1021. Plus, don't forget you can also listen to us online apart from joining our live video on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube as well. You can also listen to us live by downloading the Super FM Global app. Yes. So just in case you go to China, you can just go to the Super FM Global app on your phone. Whether you're using an Android or you want to download on iOS, feel free, honey. Feel free. Okay, you can download and listen to us from anywhere in the world. Okay, so you can listen to all of our shows from start until shutdown. You can listen to everything that is happening on the radio. Super FM Global app. Do well to join us. Okay. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Lady IJ.
Real gifts. The realest gifts.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for welcoming me.
Welcome for welcoming me.
It sounds like me.
Welcome for thanking me. All right.
Well, Lady IJ, the Bible says, lead us not into temptation, is it not?
The Bible says what?
Lead us not into temptation.
Yes. But we're telling God, though, not man.
But when he's busy a man now, if we beg God not to lead us, and then the man decides to lead, what do you expect?
Can't you say, get behind me, Satan? I mean, the devil was tempting Jesus. He said, get thee behind me.
What do you call him, Jesus, Abi?
Are you not made in the image of God, just like him?
How come they tell us every human being gets his own flaws? Jesus gets flaws.
When he was a human, I don't know. Then he was a human being.
Okay. Well, for me, you see this issue, there's no need stepping in because if you throw a stone or pebble into the water, you should expect bubble. Is it not?
No, I don't believe.
You don't believe, and that's why also I don't believe when you tell me that if peradventure Somebody tempted me and I fell. It means from the outset, I suppose I don't make up my mind that I go cheat or I go fall.
Exactly. You already had the tendency.
No,
that is how it looks.
No, I will disagree with you because when it comes to this issue, it is better I do my day and I now focus my mind on something. Don't forget that there is a situation that will come. You find yourself in a compromise. What if the temptation comes in such a way that the person put gun to your head?
No, they will not put gun to your head in this one now.
Or
this
use
matter
machete.
is not possible. In this particular matter.
You listen to one of our callers talked about what happened when a boy decided to date his girlfriend and what happened to that girl.
And he ended up raping the girl.
Exactly. So this one now no be something that put or something that enter. What if before that incident took place, the guy used something to threaten the girl? So for me, it is better allow me to stay in my space so that the truth is this. Just like my organ on the other side of the divide, the civilian general said earlier, that it's for matured minds. What is the essence of testing? When even yourself knows the Bible tells us that for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So if God himself will be short of in glory, so who be human being? Will be short of in glory?
Excuse. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Today you sounded so different. Every day I always support your comments, but today's one. Thank you so much. Anyway,
such is life. Thank you, Lady.
Such is life. Okay. Let me take this SMS. Good morning, presenter. I can never test my partner with anyone, not even my friend. I'm a jealous type, dude, but still I can't do that because I believe it's never the best option. MC Gaga from PH. Thank you, MC Gaga. He says he would never do it. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, Auntie?
I'm good. What's your name?
I'm Corbin and I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Okay, so I'm listening to you. What do you think? Have you ever tested anybody before?
No, I have not actually, but I think it's very right to test somebody.
You think it's right?
Yes. The reason is that you should be able to know your partner, your spouse. You know, when you talk about love, Bible, Job and God says that Job loved people who I am. And he gives devil the permission to go ahead and do whatever they want.
Okay.
So he then asks him not to let go. At least some relationships can be able to lead to marriage. And you should be able to grant one or two things about that person in case of anything should happen ahead. He says, no, I know this person. You know. So
I get it. And considering the fact that some people can pretend a lot too. Because you may not know if this person is just pretending to be nice and all that until something happens and you see the way they react to it, you know.
That's it. So when you say you love the person in the first place, nothing on earth should make you to say you are tempted and be sure. Also, anything so that means your falling can be not lead you to fall and read everything about yourself. Because when person comes, you also fall. So when you say you are a selfish person, that person should be for real. And no matter what comes, you should be able to say, no, I have a guy, I have this.
You have a point. Actually, I think you do have a point here. Because a person who is not a thief should always not be a thief. You would not say, because I put money in front of you now and I just walked away to check what you would do. You now took the money because I put it there, but normally you are not a thief. It simply means you have the tendency to steal. You're a thief, right?
I'm telling you. So I have this testimony to share with you now.
Okay.
Like, they said, I listened to comment, they said, two partners planning their wedding. They went to a hotel to plan some wedding. So while in the hotel, I'm about to break into the hotel. And they ask for money, and two of them actually did not have money. And then you are coming to the hotel. So they said, if you don't give us money, this man will give this gun and kill the girl. And the man refused to do that. He said, why would I do that? It's my future wife and I can't stand to shoot my wife. And they give the gun to that lady. And he tried it. That's why there was not triggered to that. So that kind of thing. So if you love that person, that man say, I love you and I cannot do it. Why if you not stand to just like man and you want to try and get the act of fear and all that. So if you say you love somebody, for me, you must be able to cast that person. At least you will not be telling you away. When something happens or something comes up, you say, no, I've said this person, I know this person before, I've said this person before, and I don't want to say things about that. That's my own opinion. Thank you very much, ma'am.
All right, then. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning.
Hello.
Foreign sugar. Foreign color.
Foreign sugar.
Welcome again, Ken Billions.
Yeah, the truth is that
Mm-hmm.
I've never changed my mind. And I believe texting a person is not the best option. Okay?
Okay.
Because even at that, no matter how the person pretend, my dear, if I'm with you 1 month, 2 weeks, I will know who you are. Let me tell you the truth.
You are the Noah. Ken Billions, the Noah.
I'm not glorifying myself. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm the
who
one.
I
The
am.
one that is glorifying you. It's not you. I'm the one glorifying you.
So now, because, as you see me now, I don't pretend.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whatever you see me is who I am. I don't pretend. That's
Okay.
the aspect. So even no matter how woman try to pretend, I will try to make you first somehow to know your true color. It will be difficult for you to come close to me. I will not know who you are.
So that means that means you tempt people in other ways. You try to bring
No,
out the
it's not
worst
what
in
I
them.
mean. No. Don't twist it. It's not what I mean. What I'm trying to let you know is that no matter how person pretend to reach, he or her character must show.
Okay.
So unless you are not observant, you understand, based on the conversation between you and the last caller.
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to make is that it's not the best. I've known a girl. We give him as the manager of a business. You understand? So when we brought the girl, we started, the pay was okay. We started throwing money around. The way you are talking about this of a thing, the girl did not fall into it. You understand?
Okay.
Never know that she was trying to gather the name money. She later the money come and bunk.
Hey,
You understand? Yes, the contractor, engineer come and bought things. The money come and bunk.
Chai.
And bunk. When I say bunk, she took it away and ran away. Both this, and I'm telling you life story. Both the shorty that brought him, we didn't see them again out today. She ran away with the money. So what am I saying? So there are some people you will test, they will dodge it. They know being smart. I'm telling you the truth. That is exactly what
They will dodge it. I like this one.
I'm telling you the truth. They will dodge it. So
Okay.
when we try to challenge, test the girl small, that's why I did not believe that. She dodged it. We can't feel relaxed. When the real money come in bulk, she ran away with it. So what will you do? We will not go spiritual. We are not like that. So that is it. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Kembilin says there's really no need to test anybody because what if the person, decides to just pretend, at that instant and only for them to wait for the appointed time because they have other plans in their mind? This simply still means one thing. That's a person who is not loyal from the start. But I get his point. He says there's no need pushing it. Just let the sleeping dogs lie. All right. We're rounding off. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. This is Flyman.
Flyman.
Yes, ma.
Okay, so you
Ma,
flew to this place. Good morning.
Thank you very much. This program is very interesting. I want to comment, ma.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, what I want to say is, for me, I can never do that. You know why? Because before you want to test your partner, for example, now I want to test my girlfriend, to asking a guy to test her. There are some things about her I'm still going to tell her to do so that she will fall for it. And when the guy tries to, yes, now because I'm testing her to know if she will fall, isn't it?
Okay.
So maybe she might be liking some things.
Okay,
and
so
I'll be like,
there are
"Guys,
things you would have told the guy, the tester, to do.
Yes, so that she will fall because she will not just see a guy and he starts asking her out and she will. But when my guy begins to do these things, like maybe she like this, if you do this to her, she would like this. That if you see that it will not be making her to get attracted to this guy. See, this guy know me. This guy is playing with me, and before you know, she will fall. And that one I will use it as it's her fault. It's never her fault because you sold her out. You understand?
Okay, but then let me ask you something. If somebody else who understands what she likes comes her way and starts doing all that stuff, does it cancel the fact that you are still in her life at that moment? Doesn't she owe you some level of loyalty? Even though she meets somebody who dropped from the sky and is giving her heaven and earth. Do you understand me?
She do. That's true. She do. But for me, one thing about me, when I'm in a relationship, I try to see that whatever is meant to be is meant to be. So if we are meant together, even those that are married, they still cheat on their partner. So if only she cheats on me, maybe that is her life. But once I'm into marriage, I don't think I can ever cheat on my partner. But
amen. I hope so.
Yeah, thank you very much. It depends on the personality itself. There are some girls who can be with a simple guy and for their life they have never known any guy. That does not mean that guys better than them those guys are not coming their way. But there are some that their guy is even more better than this one that is coming, but it's just 2-3 days. Their fault. So
exactly.
You just leave it to,
so at the end of the day, it's a personality thing,
right? Yes, ma'am.
So whether you test the person or you don't test the person, the person who would do it. That's basically the point.
Yes, ma'am. She will do it or you will do it. Thank you very much.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Flyman. Keep flying, eh?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, guys, I do need to step aside right now. I have to go for a commercial break. And at 12 o'clock, the world news comes up. So keep it locked here in Super FM 93.3. And what's my take on this? I just don't like headache. That's the truth. I like peace. So just follow peace with all men. Anything that you know will cause problem, avoid it. If you have reasons to even want to test a person, then maybe you shouldn't be with that person. Or on the other hand, solve the problem so that you can take the doubts out of the relationship, take it out of the way and have a smooth relationship. Let's enjoy the rest of our day. Stick around for What's for Lunch at 1:30 today. Zara should be here. And of course, DJ I comes up shortly after now, after the word news on the throwback stuff, throwback something. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Idra Mambama. You can call me IG Sugar. Love you loads.
I love this radio station. Keep listening to Super FM.
The race is on, and this time it's 2 times more